The Pilates Side Lying Leg series can be a tricky sequence of exercises. When not done correctly, they can cause hip pain. But when you know what you're doing, you can actually use these 5 classic Pilates exercises to create a form of therapy that you can do in your home anytime you want. I'm Sarah Stockett with Custom Pilates and Yoga. Stay with me and we'll learn how to do the Pilates Side Lying Leg series. Hi there. So, first thing for the Pilates Side Lying Leg series is you want to pay attention to what surface you're on, okay? If you're on a hardwood floor, you're going to want to have something cushiony under you. So I've got this mat that's really rather thick. It's much thicker than your traditional mat. Now, if you just have your Pilates or yoga mat and you lay down on your side and your hip starts to hurt, get up, take your mat, fold your mat up so that you have some cushion right under your hip joint. Okay, because the last thing you want is for your bones to be grinding into the floor beneath you. All right, that being said, let's get started. As we go, I'm going to give you specific cues to not just teach you how to do the exercise correctly, but how to make the most of it so that you can perform some self-therapy for your hips. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's come down onto our sides, and you're going to lay down in a straight line along the back edge of your mat. Bottom arm is going to be out straight, or you can bend it however you'd like, but you just want to make sure you're in a straight line from head to toe. Now, once you're lined up, flex your feet, send energy out through the soles of your feet, out through the top of your head, and you feel how your rib cage lifts up and you come into a neutral spinal position. Now, this is super important to making sure these exercises don't cause you pain. You need to keep this going the whole time. You want to hug your abdominals in toward the center of your abdomen. You want to feel your back muscles support. You want to feel your muscles work to connect your ribs to your hips, so that as we're doing these exercises, the muscles in your hips are working to do the movement and your pelvis isn't moving around and going crazy. Okay, so one quick way to check that your abs are engaged is to make sure you feel that lift of your bottom ribs away from the floor. Okay, now that you have that, get your center, top leg, point the foot. Inhale, the leg lifts up, hip height, a little bit higher. You're going to flex at the ankle. Exhale through pursed lips to bring it on down. And point the foot. Inhale up and flex and exhale. We'll do one more. Now, normally when we do the leg series, you want to do 5 to 10 of each exercise. Lower on down to hip height. But for the sake of brevity, we're just going to do 3. Point your foot. Now, little circles from the hip, little tiny circles, whatever direction you want, and we'll do 3. Okay, now you're going to reverse it. Little tiny circles. Breathe on your own. Feel your abs hug in toward the middle of your body. And there's our 3. Now hold here. We've got this top leg pointed. Now point your foot on your bottom leg. Make sure, lift the ribs. This is one where the hip can feel like it grinds into the ground. So inhale here, exhale, lift that lower leg so your legs join and both legs lower down. Inhale, your top leg lifts. Exhale, your bottom leg lifts. And only lift your top leg so high that your bottom leg can comfortably or somewhat uncomfortably meet it. Okay, we're not going for world records here. We're not doing anything big. We're just strengthening the inner thigh on this bottom hip. Okay, now flex your feet. We're going to lift both legs at the same time. Again, keep these muscles working at the waist. Keep the abs hugging in. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. And exhale, lift. And you notice I'm keeping my hand down through these 4 exercises. If these are no big deal for you, you can reach your hand up toward the ceiling, fingers are spread, and do your exercises, okay? Now go ahead, no matter where you are, your top arm lowers onto your hips, and you want to make sure your bottom arm goes palm down. Okay, this is going to be very important. It's very supportive. And it's okay if this hand like sneaks a little bit in front of your super straight line to be able to support you. If you've got tight shoulders, it's going to have to, okay? And that's fine. Nice straight line, feet are flexed, top hand is here. Inhale, everything hugs in toward the center. Exhale, lift your head and your feet evenly. Inhale, lower, and exhale, lift. So we're kind of doing like a Mona Lisa smile here with our bodies. Make sure, don't let your feet creep in front of you. Sometimes as we do this, in order to try to lift higher, I'll come out of form here. The feet will like come forward and will kind of pike. That's not what we're after, okay? One more, good one. Super straight line, right up to the side and lower down. Great, so now we're gonna switch sides and we'll do our 3 reps on the other side, because even if only one of your hips causes you problems, you still wanna strengthen both, okay? Plus, as we go through and do these, some of the exercises work the top leg's outer thigh and the top leg's inner thigh, but then the bottom leg, it also works too, okay? So a nice straight line along the back edge of the mat, feet are flexed. Get yourself appropriately supported here. All right, top leg, foot points, hug in toward the middle of your abdomen. Inhale, the top leg lifts, flex that foot, and exhale, lower, and point. Inhale, up, and flex, exhale, lower, and point. Inhale, up, flex, exhale, lower to hip level, and point that foot. Make sure, find those abs again. Everything hugs in. Tiny circles from the hip. Make sure, do your 3, and then switch directions. Tiny circles, even to the front, to the back, okay? Drawing a nice smooth circle. You should feel it working here in your bottom too. Your gluteus maximus should have a little bit of burn. Hold right here. Inhale, now point the bottom foot. Exhale, the bottom leg lifts and both legs lower down. Inhale, the top leg lifts up. Exhale, the bottom leg meets it and they both lower. Super straight line, find those abs. Inhale, exhale, lift and lower. Good, now flex the feet. Inhale here, exhale, lift up. Keep those inner thighs super glued together. Inhale. And exhale, lift. Keep your waist lifted away from the mat. Inhale. And exhale, lift. And lower down. Now, your bottom hand goes palm down. Your top hand comes up on your side. We're going to do that Mona Lisa smile lift, okay? So find that abdominal hug. Inhale here. Exhale, head and feet. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, and exhale, nice and smooth. Good, and come on down. Great, so I hope that you can use the Pilates Sideline Leg Series to help strengthen your hip muscles and get rid of your hip pain. If you are doing that, make sure to leave me a comment in the comments section below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Custom Pilates and Yoga.